Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutty, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know I don't put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. We're here. Adam, I love this. This is my favorite AMA to do because it's the last one before the Expo.
Yeah. Here's the crazy part. This one's super exciting, but then when we get back with the memories and we play that, I'm excited to play that recap like we had last time. That shit was hilarious last year when we played that, dude.
It was, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the theme song is. You know, last year was a little Broadway Girls.
Well, it was, but let's not forget that the theme song really was when the Fizzle just dropped the real South Harmon.
Fizzle's intro.
Yeah.
Fizzle's intro. Yeah. Well, there's 3 songs that stand out to me from last year's Expo.
All right.
I'll Fizzle's intro.
Yeah, Broadway Girls for sure. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Broadway Girls. And then every time we got in your car, you had that. You had the same fucking song like on repeat, stuck on Spotify. Pissy.
Yeah.
Pissy.
What's crazy is, Mike, that song wasn't even new or like something I was listening to a lot at the time. But it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's anthem this thing. You know.
But every time we got in the car, right?
It was always on.
We turned the volume down. So we could bullshit or whatever. But
right. You can hear it.
The song was on the whole time.
Yeah. Mike, we might need to figure out. We might need to figure out. Might need to figure out how to get that type of thing repeated again. You know, like just a random song that becomes the Expo 24. You know.
I'll see Monday night when I get in and pick Corey up and drive him down.
When what kind of happens? I love this.
Our premium luxury sedan, whatever the fuck that means. Adam, I wasn't going for no mid-size, all right? No fucking mid-size for me. I'm too fat.
Why not?
Too fat, man. Can't do it.
I'll tell you what. Can we? I pray, Mike. I really do. Like, I don't ask for a whole lot anymore in life. I feel pretty good about things, but I really hope that you somehow like have no options and you have to upgrade to something exotic.
Put that on me.
Yeah. Exotic.
Okay.
Like you roll up just with the most ridiculous car. You're like, who the fuck is that guy?
It's like a Lambo, but I don't think Corey and I are gonna fit.
Well, you might. It'd be snug, you know.
Can't get the shifter.
Do they have any autos?
Paddle shifter. We'll be all right there.
There you go. Paddle shifter. That works.
Paddle shifter. No, we're a few days away, man. I'm so excited. I go into work on Monday morning just for a few hours. Peace out. So Sunday I'm going to do all my packing. I'm ready to roll. So as soon as I get back from work, those few hours, grab my shit, throw it in the car, off to the airport.
Yeah, man.
What time? Iowa. Hello, Canton, Ohio.
Corey's here. What time are you guys like roughly expected ETA to pull up?
My plane lands at like 6:45, it says. 6:50.
Oh man, so I'm gonna be like at the school for a few hours, just like, what do I do? What's going on? I'm excited.
You're a busybody like last year. You got all the audio equipment and stuff set up, and we do actually plan on this year. We're going to do content. We're not going to be so rushed.
Well, we also we're here for a whole week. Well, 6 days versus
much different.
Like 3 really. So pretty excited.
I'd like to. Bob Long runs the Fantasy Expo.
Dude, that was awesome. He's like, are you getting there? Are you getting there early, or are you just going to be light on sleep?
Sorry, Bob. Forgot to inform you that this is a big deal even to us. So it's a whole week thing for Adam.
The only one that's in contention for doing it as big as the Expo is South Harmon, you know?
It's the unofficial Expo. We're like the off-brand, all right?
Yeah, it's the South Harmon version, right?
Oh, it's going to be good. Gonna be good. We're almost there, buddy. How about the news that dropped today? Not NFL news. Koopa Troopa news. Pow.
Pow.
League Simulator update. Thumbnail. Koopa adding in money. Now you can simulate how much money you're going to get based on your league payout structure.
Mike, I tell you what, wanted to be down here, and shockingly for you guys, I was, a couple minutes late today. So I don't know if you have it up. Can you just do a screen share? I think I'm able to put it up for everybody.
The last time you had me do a screen share on this,
it didn't work out.
Didn't go very fucking well for us.
That's fair. I'll just set it up while you. I'll set it up while you talk it through.
I'm a man of the people. Okay, I don't want them to no fuck ups.
It was kind of
no fuck ups.
It would be very par for the course though if we did. I'm with you. Actually, I forgot about that now until you bring it up. That's hilarious.
No fuck ups. I think we tried a couple times, and every time ended in disaster. It's like when we have Thomas on, and he goes on these eloquent rants about how shitty Travis Etienne is. Stream dies. Same principle applies to me. Screen share doesn't work. Adam, let's just run it through. When you do get the screen share, we gotta pick a league, one that we're in together.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm with you. What do you think? Shit.
Oh, OG shit? Fuck yeah, let's do OD shit. I'll pull up the payout structure just so you can punch that baby in.
All right. So simulator.
Which is a good one because both you and I are competing against each other in that league.
Yeah,
I mean, it's your league to lose, but
all right. So
I'm trying.
Let me once I get this situated, then I'll screen share and we can walk through it together like we would do it.
Fucking D, bro, what? I saw the word tools and you do it on the screen.
Damn.
I think honestly, I'm gonna wrestle D, bro, next week. What do you think?
Honestly, I feel like
D, bro, you down?
Yeah,
wrestling.
I'm with it. By the way, I'm with the joke. I love it. I like getting. I like when people make fun of me. It is. It's good. See you at the Expo.
You gotta get some of this. You gotta get some of this corn-fed Midwest beef.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'll wrestle a lot of people at the Expo, but I'd have to get really, really drunk and to be like, yeah, let me wrestle Mike. I'm gonna pass on that one.
I think Cody's so strong that he could probably take me. I mean, he's a fucking power lifter, for fuck's sake. He's built like a cement-filled garden gnome.
Yeah, he's like we talk about fuck around and find out. I feel like that would be you wrestle him. That would be the real one. Like, yeah, you find out in a bad way here.
Yeah, I'm thick. He's thick.
There's levels to this,
Maybe Schumer. Schumer could take me. I think. He's young and strapping and a giant.
Absolutely. Let's see here.
But he is a gentle giant. He's like Hodor.
That didn't. I tell you, look. You see that little screen down the bottom? It's not really loving life right now. Let's see if we can get it to happen. It's all right. We'll get it. Here it is. Look, huh? We're there.
Look at you.
See, it's not always.
My guy.
It's not always super, super difficult. Okay. All right, Mike. Let's do this thing, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So if you go to shit, you got shit pulled up. First place gets $400.
Okay. First place, $400. Let me get our faces up out the way. The tools of the show are off the screen now.
The tools. Get the tools out of the way. So
what do we got for first place?
400.
400. Okay.
Second, $100.
Okay.
And regular season points, $100. So
see, we don't pay for third around here. Okay.
Regular season winnings, yeah, that works.
As what?
Same thing. $100.
100. Okay. And then we don't do any top scores, right? Okay.
No, sir.
There's the 600 right there. 4, 100, 100. Okay.
$50 league. Yep. Math is mathing.
And we're gonna run this thing. See what happens.
And the seating's pretty easy too. It's just all by wins. You can adjust it
straight
though
up.
if you saw it there. Yeah.
Hodor.
If there's some tiebreakers. Hodor.
I mean, if you didn't catch that one, go back and really appreciate that one.
I got to throw a shot at him. He still can't beat me in NCAA football. Like, he still can't. We're not going to talk about the fact I lost to Joey Cheese Sticks.
Why not?
We're just going to brush that one under the rug.
I feel like we talk about it. No. How did you
Adam,
lose to a bandwagon guy? Did he play with the bandwagon team of the day? Okay.
Well, Saturday night, I beat Corey's ass. I lost to the Cheese Sticks. Okay? I lost to him. I was embarrassed. Sunday, I mean, you were there. My computer shit the bed. The water cooling pump just said, nah, we good, fam. We out. And it was junk. So I had to work night and day to replace this fucking thing. But I think it is the result of losing to Joey Cheese Sticks. I think that's what it is.
I mean, it honestly kind of sounds reasonable. It sounds like it could have been what happened.
It is.
All right,
There we go.
we finally got it. You know, it had to work really hard on that. So, here we go.
I suck.
There's
Seventh place.
yeah, here's a good one. So we got 13.79 wins for me. Where's the money at?
We have to find her here. This is new for you and me.
I know.
Season results?
Let's see. Let's maybe that. First place chance.
There we go.
Total winnings, buddy.
Look at
I'm projected to win
for you.
$479 of the $600 pot. How do you feel about that, buddy?
I'm projected to win $4.
Well,
Woo! Yeah.
Mike, I mean, Mike, that'll help with the buy-ins for the next year. You know, that $4.
$4 off. $4 off.
So
I'm pretty sure I won the league a couple years ago, though, didn't I? So like, I'm still playing for free.
Yes, and you got second last year.
Yeah, to you.
Right. But I'm saying, like, you were in the money the last 2 years, so you're ahead.
Man.
Let's run another one.
This league
Go ahead.
is rough because Adam has a monster team, like a stupid monster.
I kind of wanted to put this one on purpose just to mess with see how bad it would mess. I didn't expect it to be that bad. All right, let's see.
What other leagues are we in together?
We're in a few. We're in several. Only, what is it? I think we saw like 18 or something.
Once you pick a good one that I can flex on.
Well,
Shit
you
worldwide.
want Rusty Tromboners or do you want Arkham Asylum? You pick. I got
Let's
two
go
right
Rusty.
here.
Rusty Tromboners. Anytime I can
it
say
seems
the
like
words
a
Rusty
good
Tromboners.
That one feels like a good league to run it on. You know, the Rusty Tromboners. It's not always about this rusty trombone. If you guys haven't seen it in a while, 40-year-old version, underrated. Go check it out, man.
So we got to change up the settings though. So you got to go to the setup tab.
Oh yeah,
Different payouts.
Different payouts. You're not wrong. Okay, so what do we got?
Payouts.
You're 1,000% right.
600.
I'm skipping
600
process
for
here.
first.
Ooh, a little more at stake here.
A little more at stake. 200 for second.
Wow. Is it just double then? 200 down here?
And no, $100 for regular season.
Okay, got it. So we got 900.
Don't ask me, man. We set this league up like 5 years ago. It feels like
900
it's a
pot.
lifetime ago.
I love it. So let's run it now.
I think it's a $75 league.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
The Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty
See,
Sanchez.
somebody gets it. See, the Dirty
Yeah.
Sanchez. Yeah,
This is dope. Now you can run simulations.
it's like let's see if it's running. Thought it would be running already.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Standard.
Did I already run it?
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're running. Okay.
She's rocking.
Keep going. We got
This
the
is kind
hamsters
of
fed.
this is kind of cool, right?
Yeah,
to
it
actually have a money amount to it. I didn't realize my team was so bad in shit. So
You know what? I know why. I was trying to think. Okay, remember you went into the dispersal in this. You threw your team into the dispersal this offseason.
Oh, that's why. That's why I knew
You had
I
it.
wasn't
You
going
actually
to
did it
take
like
you down.
to
Yeah.
exactly because there was picks and stuff involved.
Hey,
Okay,
good
now we
fucking
got it.
catch. All right, now I'm not an idiot.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude, we had to.
Complete.
I definitely think my team was better, but we had some good teams. I was thinking, why you're down that far? You went the
That's
dispersal.
right.
Makes sense.
I threw myself in the dispersal and then went like Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
just get the good assets.
Get the.
Not the ones that are going to help me win. I mean, Justin Jefferson will help you win, but you know what I mean. Instead of
This is
being this
that's a
win
best
now,
ball
yeah.
start 12, I think. So it's
Yep.
you were pivoting out of the build you were in. All right, let's go. Well, this thing, I'll tell you one thing, man. This is definitely earns it because it has to run a lot of numbers.
Man, them servers Koopa's got, man. Them hamsters are just spinning.
Yeah, for sure.
Spinning.
I'm trying to think.
Spinning.
Rusty Tromboner. So I my team has been in a rebuild in this league for the last couple years at least. And I think I'm in a position now with this team that I'm actually trying to contend. So I'm kind of curious to see what it does with this.
Well, here's a great one, man. We can use both tools that we have.
You got the
Koopa's. The
and
lab.
the server
Pull
and
up
the server
lab.
is maxed out. Oh, so right now this happens though. So see, we pay for essentially a certain amount on the server, but then when we run a stream, we always get way more activity that overmaxes.
I love
us.
it.
Oh, guess it. Look at this. This is what you probably were expecting last time, right?
Yeah, a lot closer. You and I fighting for first.
So this is me coming out of a rebuild. I was in I think this might have been a 3-year rebuild, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a trade maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trade shows ago, whatever the fuck it was, right? Where you and I had discussed. You made a trade in Rusty Tromboners, and I'm like, all right, Adam's put his chips on the table. Luckily, I still got a couple first to like push in at my leisure when I want to.
Right.
I get it. That's
Oh,
why it's so close.
here you go, Mike. So we got a $900 pot.
280 and 131.
And it's 280, 130. Is that can't be right? This has to be off the. No, that is right. Can't be. No, is it? This seems light for a $900 pot.
Yeah, that must be $400.
Yeah. So we need to we would have to rerun it with that number.
Yeah, that seems awfully light.
It started.
$600.
Remember, I started to run it beforehand before I switched the numbers around.
You jumped the gun, premature. I have that problem too.
I really messed that up. The early release really messed everything up. You know.
It happens. It happens to the best of
us. The moment's passed, and a lot of people that were involved didn't have fun.
Oh my God! You know, Mr. Go 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Piss down your leg. Moment's too big. Not really an athlete.
Oh man, no.
That's you right now.
It's listen, man. Palms sweaty, knees weak.
Ran it too quick, man. Koopa's all over it.
Damn it, Koopa. Well, at least
you gotta hit it.
I will say at least you can blame me. I'll do this. Someone had a good thing in the chat. For live purposes, since we're maxed out, I'm gonna run the simulations down to 50 just for the sake of time too.
Good idea.
600, 200, 100, right? Okay, let's run this thing again. See how she feels.
There we go.
Anyway, but that, if you just, it's probably going to be similar percentages, but they had a heavy amount going you my way in that league. What do you got? Hey man,
the labs got you at a redraft total of 204 and me at 166. So.
Okay, so we're one. Are we 1 and 2 on the lab too?
Yeah. Next closest is Kilmo, then B Hall.
Okay. Sorry, B Hall. Not sorry. I'm really not.
Sorry, not sorry. And then N Rob, Mello, B Country, all down at the very, 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 very bottom. Just absolute shitters.
So for B Hall's sake, what do you pay? What does 4th place get in this league?
Apparently $20. I don't know what's it.
Okay, there's the percentages. By the way, look at those.
Got a chance at 86.
Look at the winnings when I ran it down to 50, Mike. Man, that's a lot closer. We were a lot closer in this one than the last running. But 298 to 274. Yeah, that's fucking tight.
Or is that 38 to
38 to 34. 38 to 34. It's a little small.
Not bad.
But so basically, Kilmo and B Hall is I feel like Jim Carrey. So you're telling me there's a chance,
Roster Bader wants to rebuild in this league, but he can never actually lean into a fucking rebuild properly. Ever.
Listen,
it's against his DNA.
When Roster Bader, he only rebuilds by not when he wants to, by he has no other option.
That's ridiculous.
If he thinks if he thinks that there's any way he should rebuild or he's not sure, by the time the season comes around, he's in contending mode again. Just he can't handle it.
Yeah, because he has no 2025 picks. This is the perfect team, right? So just to speak on the League Simulator, not just the total winnings, right? But in general, this tool, this is what I would use it for. Okay, Adam, if you and I weren't competing, there's a 1,000,000,000% chance I want to find out whoever the fuck owns Roster Bader's pick that's mid. And that's a team I want to bet against. Because he is stuck in the absolute middle, and he's 1 or 2 injuries away from just being dog shit. What's the rest of them? You know what I mean? That's 100%. The guy. That's how you use the League Simulator, is you find those teams, and you just bet against them every fucking time.
I'm always looking for teams to bet against. That's always the fun part. But I think what's cool about it is you can, if you're in a portfolio, right, where you're in, I don't know, let's say you're at least in something like 10 leagues. I'm not saying that you don't pay everything. You kind of see it come out of your account when you pay in, right? But you're probably on league safe. You're probably just hitting the button. Comes out of your account, and I don't think you probably think about necessarily what. Show me the money. That's what I put on the thumbnail, Mike. Where are you realistically slated to potentially get back of this? Are you? This I think shows you if you have a decent chance of actually getting money, and then probably I think you should be focusing on the money part similarly to the other tools where. Am I high or not? And if I am not, do I need to actually, if I'm Roster Bader, should I actually go into a rebuild here?
Right. I got one more that I want to show off this tool. I don't know if you're still in it. No, I don't think you got in it the first time. So good.
Which league are we talking? Oh, so type in your name?
Auction. Shit Auction 3, yeah, under my
I
name.
actually wasn't in Shit Auction 3 from the jump. You're right.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to my name because this one has weekly payouts.
Okay. Oh, cool. Let's try that then. Yeah. All right. So Shit
Something a little
Auction
different.
3, right?
Yep.
Boom. Okay.
Bigger money league. Not big. I'd just say bigger.
Okay. What are we talking? Talk to me.
First place $1,000.
Oh, was that really right?
Really? Did it pull the settings automatically?
You know what?
Motherfucker.
There's no
Koopa
way.
might have put them in already.
Yeah.
Koopa, is that what happens?
If Koopa's in this league, maybe. That's
I
interesting.
believe Koopa is in this league. That's fucking dope. It saved the fucking
I feel
league
like there's
settings,
no.
even
I feel
though
like there's
you and
no
I
way.
haven't looked at.
Is that how it works, Koopa?
So it's first place 1,000, second place 300, regular season 150, and then weekly high score payouts is $25.
So for example,
it was already fucking pre-populated.
So for example,
Get
that's
the
sick.
fuck out of here, Coop! You
keeps 'em.
fucking genius.
So that's awesome. So basically, if anyone does this in your league, it'll already be set
can
up
see it?
for you. Yeah,
That's fucking nuts, man.
I love that. That's cool. Okay, so let's just
I
run it.
need some soldiers just to go through all my leagues. Just put these in for me.
Well, I'll
Save
tell you
me
what.
that extra step.
Let's run this then, huh?
Let's run it, man. Yeah, because this is a weekly payout league, so there is some big money at stake here on this one.
Absolutely. Let's see.
I don't remember who won it last year, but I remember in League Safe the amount
who's all
I
in
gave
this
them because
league?
of the weekly. If nobody left, the draft order was me, JCap Koopa, Big Saman, Born Tua.
Okay.
You were in it at one point, so you
I
left.
was in it. Okay.
You were. Flying Dog, Sunny D, Righteous, T-Rock, Bert, and Max.
Liebert. Let's go. What's up, Liebert? Are you around, by the way? I always love messing with Liebert. He'll never trade with me. It just doesn't happen. He hates me. Okay, we got the Big D stack, Mike. Born to be Wild, Big Corey. T-Rock is stuck in the middle, it looks like.
Of course.
Mike, are
it's
you
T-Rock.
rebuilding in this league then?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So let's see what the money says though.
A little bit of a punt.
Wow. We got a big race going at the top here between Big D Stack and Born to Be Wild. Big Corey's not far behind. Saying everybody else is a lot less likely though.
Yep. I believe it. It takes balls to punt a 100 or 200, whatever the fuck it is, $300 entry. I don't even fucking know at this point. Whatever it is, it takes a lot. Just go like fuck it.
Mike, it's just money.
Just money. Who
It'll
gives
come
a
back.
shit?
You know? Especially when you have this tool, it'll come back to you.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't fuck this one up in the auction at him by just bidding way too much on like 5 quarterbacks and then no money left. Thankfully,
I love
Some
seeing
good players on this team.
I do love seeing Liebert and JCap, our boys for Mike's. They go back in the day with Mike. Down there with they have a chance to get $2 this year, guys.
$2, huh?
Pretty awesome.
So, I think with the weekly winnings, right? Let's say they have there's a weekly wins.
Yeah, so the weekly wins.
Total.
Here, let me actually.
Tab, your fat face is right over.
I know it's. I decided to put it up thinking I was out of the way. I'm just not. I'm kind of in the way at all times.
Well, I mean,
So-
it's Expo week, so it's almost here. You could just put yourself right next to me on the casting couch.
Ooh, that would be kind of cool. Like just buttoned up right over there in the corner.
Just
So he has a .08 as well as Liebert.
so not gonna happen.
They're going to win .08 of the weeks.
That's a pretty bad number. .08. You can't even get a 10th.
I mean, it's best
These
ball.
Brados.
It's best
Gets a
ball,
10.
but it still doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
But thanks
I
for
get
being participants here.
0.2.
All right, I think we're good with the screen share for now.
Yeah, man, you can take that off.
That
So
was
that's
pretty
the new and improved League Simulator. Koopa been hard at work, man. This is the funny thing about Koopa, man. You never hear anything from him for a while. You know, he puts
But
out his podcast.
he's always
and
working,
he's
though.
kind of there. He's always he's like a duck, man. On the surface,
Like
nothing's going
he's
on.
very
below.
much like you should check it out.
Fucking paddling.
You should check it out if you haven't checked out his podcast. He's very much like his podcast, Grinding the Edge, man. He's grinding the edges over there.
Grinding the edge. My man, Koopa. Koopa, thank you for that. That's dope as shit. And for anybody who wants to check it out, southharmonff.com. When you sign up for Warp Worshipper, boom, get the League Simulator along with it too, included. So you can go use that one as well. Adam, talking with Cody and Maddie today. I think very soon we're going to have a promotion. We're going to do a massive discount off annual Warp sales. So if you don't have it yet and you want to wait maybe a week, 2 weeks, be a good fucking time to sign up.
So
be a good time to sign up. Or if you're impatient, fucking go get it now.
Yep. If you want it, the way I always like getting there, Mike, is warp.life and sign up for the Warp Worshipper there. I
always fucking forget about
Warp.
that one. It's so good.
Warp is life. Like the ball is life.
I thought it was so good when I made a landing page of beat South Harmon.
It's pretty sweet.
Like,
yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. By the way, for the people out there, we are running what it is an underdog style best ball on Full-Time Fantasy. Shout out to them. Full-Time Fantasy, our sponsors. southharmonff.com/beat South Harmon. It's down in the description. Go click the link. But it's underdog style, so which just means you draft the fucking team. You don't do waivers, trades, whatever. And then there is a tournament for anybody who makes it out of the league with me and Adam, if you can beat us. If you can fucking beat us. And there's guaranteed at least $5,000 grand prize. There's a bunch of other prizes for high scores, that kind of stuff. There is some. It sounds like there's some memorabilia up for grabs too. So go check it out. Go sign up. $50 entry. Boom. Try to take me and Adam down. Shit talk us. But we will be doing that draft live, August 24th, 7 p.m. Central Time, God's time. 8 Eastern for you Eastern folks. Whatever the fuck it is for Mountain. Like noon.
Yep.
2 a.m. Hawaiian time.
My in-laws are in Mountain Time. It's always weird waking up there. It's like I'm not even all the way out West Coast. I'm just a little behind.
Then you got a
here.
state like Arizona. Do they actually do daylight savings time too? So it's like weird. I don't even know what the fuck happens. But anyways, go sign up. Try to take us down. But we will be doing that draft live. It is a fast draft, 60 seconds per pick. But Adam and I will be live streaming it, talking our shit. So come talk your shit about how you're gonna take us down. Maybe. Good luck to you. Ain't gonna happen.
Appreciate it, E-Will. That's where you can go get it. All right, we had a question. Let's pull it up. Ethan. Inbox offer, Mike. Would you trade Neighbors and Quorum to get Rome in a 25-second projected 201? Now, is that using the sim? League Simulator?
Ooh.
And the early 26-second, Mike.
Trade Neighbors and Quorum, get Rome and the projected.
So you got the 201 possibly next year. Or let's call it an early 25. I guess what Ethan's probably saying is you're getting the picks from a team that's really bad here.
Yeah. I love Neighbors too, but I love Rome. I know the DJ Moore contract just happened. Massive. Listen, that's the organization paying players that are good, that are an important part of the team. In all reality, though, it doesn't mean fuck for what Caleb Williams wants to do. Right? Caleb Williams is not breaking the huddle going, oh, I have to throw it to the guy who just got over 100 mil. He's throwing it to the guy that he fucking likes. So, my Roma Dunze, possibly wide receiver one, while took a hit this week, still fucking goes out. Okay, Adam? It's still alive. Right? I'm not burying it yet.
You know what number DJ Moore wears now?
2.
Let that sink in.
Number 2 on the offense.
Number 2 Reed.
Let that sink in. I think I would. Neighbors and Rome are close enough for me, and then Quorum for the 201 and an extra second. Yeah.
If it was, I'll just say this: I didn't realize at the end this early second was included. So if you told me that this was Neighbors and Quorum for Rome and an early, let's call it the 201, really, I'd probably say no. I mean, I would consider it, but I probably would say no just because I don't think I need to do this right now. The early 26-second makes it like I feel like it's not enough for me to move there, Mike. I could consider it if I was like rebuilding or something and I just wanted to move off of the running back of Quorum, maybe. Like it would be team dependent there, but I think in values it's fine. You get the early 26-second, and I just can't say no. I'm not Mike, because I'm not saying no to 2 fucking seconds that are probably early chances for Quorum. No way.
I get you. I like the second question. Do I really need more picks? The
yes.
answer is always yes. It's always fucking yes. Do you need more picks? Yeah. Fuck yeah, you do.
I mean,
It's Dynasty, right? Yeah,
you know,
I need more picks.
Do you know what happens? I love Mike. I really do. It's one of my favorite things. It's like, okay, you know what? But what are you gonna do? How can you make all these picks? Hey, newsflash: you don't have to make all the picks. You can trade some away later. You know, you
tear up a little bit.
Nah. Do you need more picks? Mike, I've never been. I have been in some rebuilds that are outrageously bad teams. I never once thought, you know what? I think I'm a little bit heavy on my draft pick number.
Yes, sir.
I don't want it as many. Just gotta time them right on the trades. Just such a gross trade offer. Get Sharps and Addison.
Just got us such a gross trade offer.
All right, let's hear it, Koopa.
Koopa.
So we got get Charbs and Addison, send Leggett, Ridley, and the likely 212. I mean,
no.
I don't really want. I'll be honest with you, Mike. I just don't want Sharps. I already have enough from damn pre-drafts. We did the pre-NFL drafts, and before we knew Sharps was going to go to frickin' Seattle, I got so much Sharps. Mike, I don't want to acquire anymore at all. Even if I didn't have him, I don't really want to acquire him. He makes this deal flaccid without the Ridley thing, or without the Addison thing. I mean, him in trouble. And stuff.
I've been pretty good about sending away Sharps. Definitely not acquiring. So for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like, I don't know. If you change that Sharps name to like some other running back in that range, Adam, would it be more appealing to you?
Not Kendra.
Let's take the name out of it for just a little bit.
All right, well, how about we replace the name? Because I think we need a name, but let's replace it. All right, let's do keep trade cut.
Which is great that you say it. So I'm kind of a nerd, a little bit, Adam.
Really?
I started rewatching Game of Thrones from the beginning again.
Dude, I just did that a little while ago. Back when I was still watching some TV and stuff, a normal human. That's a great one. But what's the Game of Thrones reference here?
Well, like you said, we still need a name. I'm like, the player has no name.
The player has no name. You should have just led with that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I like it.
I'm sorry.
I like it. No, you're good. It still hit at the end.
Charbonnet on keep trade cuts like right around Javonte, Tony Pollard.
He is
Brian Robinson. Yep. He's RB30.
What's that? But why?
But why? Yes. Yeah, he's ahead of James Conner, Aaron Jones.
He's ahead of Marshawn Lloyd? Family.
Yes. Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Jerome Fordy's ahead of Singletary, Mostert.
Man, I guess maybe Grubb's coming to save his career, you know.
He might be.
Like nothing happened to Kenneth Walker that I know of. I don't get it.
He's still explosive, I think.
Just
guessing.
All right, so Mike, if it's Tony Pollard and Addison, what are you doing?
I'll take the Tony Pollard and Addison side.
See, look at this. This is going to be I think there's going to be a theme to this. The player has no name. Exercise. Marshawn Lloyd and Addison.
Marshawn Lloyd and Addison.
Connor
and Addison. Easily.
What if it was old crusty Kamara and Addison?
Alvin Kamara and Addison, no question.
All right. What if it was your boy, Zach Moss, who we love. We have a lot of feelings for.
Leggett Ridley and the 212.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the side.
There are limits to this. All right. So then, you're going to stay with your side here of Leggett Ridley 212 if it was guys like Kendre Miller?
Yeah, I'd take the
Charbonnet here. What was it? Zach Moss. Devin Singletary?
I might. Listen, I love Tyrone Tracy, but I also see a scenario with just how much they just keep jerking off. It's over now. The last episode was Tuesday, but how much they keep jerking off about their signing of Singletary. Like, even in a bad offense.
Like, they got body bagged by Saquon. They have to do something. They have to play up somebody.
But you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
This fucking guy's going to get like 300 touches. just because. So
hey, can I be like the person that tells Koopa that Santa's not real?
Keep trade cuts down.
What happens what this means is that there are people out there. I don't think I play in any leagues with them, but there are people out there that really love them some fucking Charbonnet.
Yeah, hard fucking pass for me. I'm good.
Anyway, okay. So with Singletary, you're saying you're 50-50?
Yeah, if I was a competing team, I might lean into the Singletary and Addison thing. I love Leggett. I think Calvin Ridley is going to be better than we think. I think we're all just a year early, but Nuke is still good.
So one of the things
good. Everybody else on that offense is wide receivers and tight ends wise is doo-doo.
One of the things, so Gut was kind of putting me onto this, and I started looking at some of the, like basically how they were using Ridley basically as the X primarily.
Deep down the field, right?
And
that's when I did that video on why I wanted to buy Gabe Davis, for fuck's sake.
But the crazy, the crazy part is basically now with Nuke there, who's really a true X, at least while he's healthy. Like you can put him in the Z role or the Y. Like it's, I think.
Yep.
I'm still not that high on Ridley, but I'm warming. How's that? I'll give you that. I'm warming.
Let's just say his price didn't reflect that situation change, because I never really thought Calvin Ridley was designed for his entire career, Adam, even going back to college at Alabama, since college is in the forefront here. Like, Calvin really wasn't that fucking down the field wide receiver. Okay, that's not. I think of Calvin Ridley as a route running savant, creates separation. He's very below average after the catch kind of guy, but he gets the fuck open. He's more like Keenan Allen than he ever is going to be like a Tyreek Hill. And yet last year with the Jags, they're like, bitch, just run fucking 9 routes.
Well, I think, though, okay, hear me out, deep. Though. I think there's a middle ground here. I think, like, what I remember, at least for the early days of Atlanta, when people were really starting probably getting crazy on him, is because of Julio's presence and the lack of probably safety attention, just attention in general to Ridley, and if he's playing on the only on the outside, now all of a sudden you're beating. Now he's able to beat people and win deep exactly. And there was a lot of huge exactly, and there was a lot of huge plays that he had. He was very boom or bust like that with massive plays in Atlanta early in his career, while Julio was still him. So I'm not all that to say. I think that if he's used the correct way and Brian Callahan is planning to open this offense up, he might. That's why I'm warming. He might be a better value than I want to admit.
I'm with you. I don't think people, they were so burnt by last year, they fucking body bagged him and buried him in Tennessee. You gross. I'm actually kind of fucking excited for Tennessee.
Can I tell you?
Now, I don't know.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, Tennessee isn't going to be at the top of my fucking list whenever I do transition to playing some Madden every now and then for their offense.
There you go.
But it is kind of intriguing, you know, the Mayo God, Nuke, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears. Like, I can get behind it, man. Could be an interesting offense for sure. It's not at the top of the fucking list, man. You're playing with the Dolphins, the Eagles. Those are my first stops.
Yeah, you know, they say like you probably, if you want something really bad and you're kind of forcing it. Honestly, that feels like what it was like for Ridley and for T-Law last year. Like, it just felt forced. I think that I'm kind of expecting much better for both of these guys this year. Ridley wasn't bad when Christian Kirk went down, right? He just by sheer volume ended up being better in the second half of the season, or I guess that last third of the season. But I think Barry just hit this on the head. I was just going to get to this. Worst case, in those weeks when they're getting that ass tapped, they get some garbage time out of the guy too, you know?
Worst case, when they get that ass tapped, we get garbage. I love it.
I think we need to get that on a T-shirt somehow.
We got a few things.
Time. Yeah. All right. Dirty Bird.
We get garbage time.
Dirty Bird. 14 team, start 9, no premium. How do I win? Well, you go to warp.life.
You do. Quarterbacks run the world.
Next question.
I was waiting for like some context on it.
I really wanted to just kind of like really mic drop one. The problem is when we do deep dives like that, or we do like our conversation, we just get into stuff. There's not as many questions that come in, so it wasn't like I could just pivot to a new question. That's the only problem with that.
Yeah, I would say this just in general on a 14 team, warp excluded, no premium, start 9.
Yeah,
elite quarterbacks run that fucking league. Running elite quarterbacks run that fucking league.
So here's the thing, right? This is why I do say warp.life, because I always check them. Now, if it was straight up 14 team, start 9 PPR, absolutely no changes to scoring. Like it was just literally what Sleeper had in there. Yeah, you're right. So I'd say there's a better than a majority of the times you're going to be correct. The running quarterbacks too, but the quarterbacks are going to be what runs the league. But you got to check warp because you never know. Sometimes if it's just a little tinkering in scoring or there's a change in the 9 players types that you're starting, if you have to start, in start 9 it wouldn't be. But if you had like a 4 receiver starter one, all of a sudden the warp there would be gigantic. So those are things to keep in mind with why I always check warp first.
I'm with you, Paul. I'm with you. Now, if you added point per carry to that, again, my statement becomes even more. Elite running quarterbacks run that fucking league, right? Like the running backs do get a boost, but I'm paying whatever it takes to get Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray. I want them all.
I will say though, Dirty Bird, I don't know if you were trying to do this or if this is just that. I don't know if this was misplaced. Like, can I win? I was hoping maybe. That was one of my favorite questions.
Sure.
From that day.
Can I win?
Can I win?
How's it going? Can I win?
Zeke and Addison. Oh, okay. Back to that question. E-Will was that the player has no name. And it's now Zeke Elliott.
Zeke and Addison are the package? I'll take the package. Sorry.
Ooh. Tell you one thing.
No question.
You put a good-looking package in front of Mike, and he's going to take the package, that's for sure,
I gobble it up. Where's D-Bro when you need him?
Good night. It feels I heard more drink in that cup than that reflected. That's fantastic. That means Expo's here for sure. And
we good. We're almost there.
We're at Corey just hit it on the head too. 5 days away.
What do you think? Like is it fucked up for me to bring my ice mold, my whiskey ball mold, with me in my carry-on?
I mean, no. Why?
No. I'm just thinking so I have I have ice at the Expo for my vodka. And
well, I mean,
T-Rock bought me some crazy ass vodka, some honey fucking dew fucking whatever the fuck it is, flavored vodka. It sounded amazing when he sent me the picture.
Can I tell you the truth? I just heard you drop the F-bomb. I have no idea what you described the vodka's flavor to be.
Good. It's a fucked up one. Last year he got me on Belvedere, which was like...
Hey, Belvedere's legit, though.
Yeah, but it was like rye and vodka combined.
Oh, he did it. He gave you a weird one of that, too. It sounds right.
Yeah. I drank the shit out of that, though, man. I think I finished that bottle before I left.
I feel like
that was only 4 days.
You definitely finished it before you left, because I know I didn't get any.
My bad.
So no, it's okay. I mean, we only have a week to make up for it this time, but it's all right.
Didn't you get a bourbon while we were there?
I did. Really good one. Damn, what was that?
I know that one that Corey, his brother. His brother. That honey one.
Oh, his.
That was good.
I don't think it's his brother, but one of his good friends or family relatives, whatever. Yeah, that stuff. You know what, Mike? It's here. He sent it to me. I have it here. I don't know how he pulls that off. I don't want to get the feds involved, but it's just like the package just shows up and we're good. Speaking of package, I'll take the package.
Yeah, I'm bringing. I think I'm bringing my ice cube mold to Canton.
But I mean, can I just tell you though? You were saying is that fucked up? I would argue that if you were to open up the luggage of every person on that plane, that's going to be far from the troublingest thing that you're finding. Far from it.
Only the 15th most.
I'm telling you, by the time you get into 10 different suitcases or pieces of luggage, no one even gives a damn about those damn.
I'm wondering how these 66 millis are going to make it through.
You know what, Mike? I think what we do is we try one now just to give people a taste.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, I will, but can you? I will do that if you pop a chew.
Yeah. If you at the Expo put at least one in.
Oh, that sounds like a game called Just the Tip, and I think I'm going to stay away from that, buddy.
See, we signed up, and we lost, and I don't think we can get the one chip challenge other than black market.
Well, it's kind of funny. So, one, I was going to say that it's probably not very trustworthy to buy them on the black market at this point, but two, there's also technicality about this whole thing now. There's just the entity that we're supposed to do this in punishment to ceases to exist.
That's true. When we merged with Maddie and Cody, The executives ceased to exist.
So
now
what
what
that basically means is that we need 4 per the black market. So if you can come up with 4, and I'll eat one. You know.
Let's go, man. I got more than 4. We're good.
But E-Will's on board. He wants to see you pop it in. You know.
No way.
He wants you just to put it in your mouth. All right.
I have to go to work tomorrow. There is no. There's
That's
no
even
way.
that sounds like an even better reason to pop that thing in there.
Absolutely
Wait, hold on. Are you
not.
telling me that it's so bad that your next day is in trouble? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm telling you, I'd like a good night's sleep with no vomit. That draft stream was rough. It was very, very rough.
I'll pop
I wasn't
66
myself for
Mike,
hours.
Don't worry.
I love it, Corey.
Are you
man.
now? Let me. There's the whole mothers against drunk driving. Now, do you at least wait till the expo before you guys pop these in? Like you get to the shit school.
Well, I'm driving down, so maybe because I don't want Corey throwing up in my rental car. Like I
Why
don't
not?
need that in my life. Not first night. But as soon as we get there and put our bags in the detention
Not
room,
on the first night. If it was the second night, I might let you puke in my car.
Yeah. Not on the first night. But as soon as we get there, all right, and we put our bags in the detention room, I'll give him a 66 milli. I'll find you so we can get whoever needs to so we can document it, like how this goes for him. It's not going to be good.
Well, it's a good thing we can edit. You know, I'm not sure everybody wants to see all of it, but I'm sure they'd like to see some of it.
Yeah. We can blur that part out.
I saw some pictures. I'll just say I saw a few pictures.
What the fuck's
snapped.
that? What's the Mambo sauce? Fizzle's been on this Mambo sauce, right? Like Fizzle Fridays. Like I'm excited for this Mambo sauce, but what's the Mambo sauce challenge? Like, is it that bad? Is it that hot or something?
Well, here's what I know. I have no idea. I feel very old nowadays. I'm late to everything. I'm disconnected. I don't know what it is, honestly.
So Mambo sauce. That's a DC area.
Oh, so no wonder Fizzle is so into it. Okay.
Yeah. That's where Fizzle's from.
It's his roots, right?
Yeah, that's her roots, and
that's why he's a Cowboys fan. Naturally,
he's got the knockoff Mambo sauce, but not knockoff in a bad way. Like knockoff where it's more mainstream. Because the best Mambo sauce is that like hole in the wall dumpster that you're like, we're gonna fucking eat here.
The place that looks like you don't want to go into. Yeah,
exactly. Like you're gonna catch something when you're in there, but it has the best food. Like those are the greatest places to eat. So obviously you can't go down to those and be like, hey, fill this bottle up, fill this fucker up. I got some people coming in.
I'll be honest with you.
We need to know what it's like.
If you went into the establishment and you enjoyed it, I mean, why not? Just hey, listen. It's kind of like you go to the. What do you call those to go? Keg, basically keg to go. What are those things called? It's a jug.
Traveler.
Yeah, but there's actually a word for the like jug you would get from the beer. Someone help me out in the chat. Someone's got to know it. God
Pitcher.
Damn it! I cannot think of it. I don't think I'm guessing by the words you're throwing my way, you may not know it.
I may not. It may not be a Iowa Midwest thing.
It's an Ohio Midwest thing at least.
I mean, around here we got shower beers, we got drive home from work beers,
we got road beers.
Road beers.
Yeah, road beers.
Not to make light of fucking
growler
driving.
See, E-Will's been on. See, growler. Thank you. Growler.
I've never heard of a growler.
Listen, Mike, before you're like, if you just stick with me, you're gonna be all right in life. Yeah, growler. There you go. See, everybody's on it. Everybody's on it, man.
A growler. Any container such as a can for drought beer, derogatory a woman.
But basically, I don't.
Especially one who's considered unattractive. I just looked up growler slang. So the first thing was any container such as a can for drought beer.
And then there was something that didn't relate to the conversation that Mike couldn't help but read aloud.
Derogatory, a woman, especially one who's considered physically unattractive. Jesus fuck. What are we doing?
All right, let me try to really go back in time to where I was like the idea of a growler at a distillery, right? Like, here, I want some Mambo sauce to go in this thing. A shower beer. That sounds good right now, too.
I take a physically unattractive woman, for the road, please.
Koopa's literally changing his view of his life view of you right now. You don't know what a growler is, Mike?
I did not.
Can I tell you one thing that had of all the comments, this is the least surprising to me of all of them?
No shit. He probably played a round of golf in that shower too.
I think that was what he's probably calling a shower beer. Like he just sweat all over the course as a shower beer, you know?
It's a shower beer. Are you guys going golfing?
I'm gonna. You know what, Mike? I actually at the Expo, like there's some really nice, good sized showers you can just kind of spread your wings in. You know, I think I'm gonna have a shower beer in there during the Expo for sure.
Oh.
I might even do some.
Yeah.
I might get a little crazy with it.
Well, for you, because you refuse to give up the executive suite, yeah, you got a nice real shower in there. I got a shower with the common folk.
Listen,
I'm a man of the people.
If I let you win, then how do I win?
Exactly. I told Corey it doesn't mean we can't be roomies. He's just gonna sleep on the couch.
Listen, you guys are welcome to come hang out. You know, you can.
Or he's gonna be Little Spoon in the king size.
Wow.
You gotta establish the outfit.
Can I say this?
That's
if
key.
you go with the Little Spoon core, you're going to need more than a shower beer. You're going to need to really clean up.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. That's not a 2-inch flashlight poking you.
Fizzle. Why do you want to see us be punished? Why?
It's just sauce, so it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
I think...
especially coming from a place that I don't know and now people that I'm a little leery of, I'm not sure that it's just going to be sauce, this normal sauce. You're in? All right. If you're in, I'm in.
I think I'm in. Mambo sauce sounds delicious. I was looking it up.
Yeah, I was actually looking it up too. I didn't, have to.
Fizz puts me on the game, man. Like, he puts me on the good stuff on Fizzle Friday. So I got them shoes. I got the Jaden Daniels jersey ordered. It's already here.
So
that fucking thing. He's talking about Mambo sauce.
This does look really good. Honestly,
the only thing Fizz has ever steered me wrong on once.
Oh wow! Here we go. When have I ever steered you wrong? It's one of my favorite questions to ask people.
One time, he put me onto this show called The Judge on Netflix. I don't know if you watched it. Bryan Cranston.
I cannot say that I have. Fizzle didn't put me onto this. Damn, Fizz. Why can't I get put onto something?
He said it was fantastic, and Fizz, God's honest truth, I tried. I made it through 3 episodes, and I'm like, these are the world's stupidest fucking criminals. I cannot watch this shit no more. Like, this is the worst way to cover up a crime. It's fucking terrible. I hated it.
You know what?
Maybe because I'm diabolical.
The craziest part is I've actually
done this.
That's the second time. I remember now. That's the second time you've told me that. There was after content we're just talking. You were like, yeah, don't watch this though. Okay.
Don't watch this shit.
You didn't tell me Fizzle put you onto it though. All right, so Corey, listen. So Corey wanted to play. I told him I could probably get us on Firestone, right? And he's all excited.
What's Firestone?
Firestone's a country club in Akron. They used to play PGA events there.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
let's go.
He, it's been kind of locked up. I got one of my good friends. His dad's a member, so he can get us on. Point is that more recently he's like, so what's the price tag? And I answer back, steep. Like, family, we're going to play. We're going to pay a guest fee to fucking play this place. It's going to be several $100. And he's like, well, maybe let me know what it is and all that. The same day, so he's already kind of like, maybe I'm not playing this place. The same day, he gets a ticket, unfortunately. So, Corey, I can tell you it's going to be still a steep ticket. We will be on the hook if we want to play. So, if you just want to go, have a couple shower beers out there and hit a few balls, we can just play somewhere local, or we can go to Firestone. Up to you.
Kind of like a Caddyshack. I'll give you the reference up front.
Love it.
Like we got a pond or a pool.
Exactly.
Pond's probably better for you.
Pond. We're going with the pond.
You're going with the pond.
Now listen, I mean, it is playing at Firestone is awesome. It's like if you like golfing, I can't imagine you wouldn't have. It's a lifetime experience, but it's not for the faint of heart or for the faint of wallet.
That's why it's called Firestone. Firestone is from Akron.
Correct, Firestone. It's the tires.
Company.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Huh?
You know where Goodyear is?
Something every day,
Do you know where Goodyear is too?
Where's Goodyear?
Akron.
Akron and okay, so Akron's got Firestone and Goodyear. It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Come on, we got something.
I know where Quicken Loans is. All right.
See,
Cleveland.
Mr. Gilbert, if you will.
Mr. Dan Gilbert. That's why it's Quicken Loans Arena.
The
Learn
Goodyear
something every day.
blimp. The Goodyear blimp was always a big thing over this way when I was a kid. Goodyear blimp.
Are all like the blimps stationed in Akron, Ohio?
Well, honestly, I have no idea. I'm not even sure that what I'm talking about necessarily about the blimps are. I think they still fly them. I don't really know though.
So I will say this though, not Akron, but I did play Akron. NCAA 25.
Nice.
Kent State is a great team to start a dynasty with, not because of the players, but they got like 75 uniform combinations.
The Golden Flashes. Yeah, absolutely.
The Golden Flashes, man. Shout out to anybody playing that fucking game. Go start one with Kent State. It's fun playing in the MAC. Everybody sucks.
Can't
but
read.
You get all the cool uniforms.
Can't write.
Can't read, can't write.
Kent State. My favorite thing to say about that school, always, forever.
Kent State.
I actually, I can't not say it. Like I was in South Carolina, and my buddy, seeing my buddy, and I was on family vacation, right? So we're at out at the bars, and this girl was like hammered and talking about her dad went to Kent State. And I'm like, for real? I was like, grew up down the street from there. And I said it, and she had never heard it before. She got all upset, and I'm like, no, it's a good thing. But it didn't matter at that point. She was very upset about can't read, can't write, Kent State. Not happy.
I get you, boss. I get you.
What was I?
Oh man.
Oh, I was trying to.
Dr. B says he gets his one night with me. Dr. B, that'll be on Thursday night.
Where is this?
At the Expo.
So is it in
Dr. B
chat?
and
I was looking for the.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was looking for the. Here it is.
You couldn't spell it
with
right.
Mile. Are you Mile? Is that your? I think that might be your alter ego.
Could be Mile.
I think like the McNutted After Hours. The Mike After Hours might be Mile. I like this.
Is that just me with like the gut hanging out? Like.
Yeah, I think
I
think the typo might be something that sticks. You know.
Hey, where's Mile? He's down in detention.
Mike, I don't know who that is. I'm Mile now.
Never met him.
What are you most looking forward to about the Expo?
Just first off, seeing everybody. This community that we got, everybody who's tapped in here. You guys are what made this. The people who show up to the Expo are just an extension of you. Everybody who shows up is fucking dope. I love interacting with every single one of them. Second part, man, all the content creators that we become good friends with over the years, right? D-Bro, he was in the chat earlier, probably off to bed now. He's a busy man. Now we got Cody and Maddie on board. This is going to be the first year. Maddie stayed with us the very first year we went to the Expo. We've never got Corey over to the shit Airbnb, whichever iteration, right? The 1.0 or 2.0. Now they're going to stay there. And those are two guys that I fucking absolutely adore. So getting to hang out with them. Fizzle. Just last year, I didn't know Fizzle from, you know the old saying, I didn't know him from Adam, right? No offense to you. This isn't Adam. But you know what I mean. Like,
offense to me, though. I get it.
I didn't know Fizzle personally. And just last year, if you think about it, Fizzle and I first met in person at the Expo. And just how close we grown over the last year. I mean, that's a brother for life, man. That's my dude for life. So Friday nights, like that's the kind of stuff that happens at the Expo. I know I'm getting kind of sad and soppy. It's a great time to get drunk and we kind of, frat boy it out and, have a good time. But the relationships is what I look forward to so much, man. Just how much it grows every single year. And I can't stress enough, if you're in the area, if you have a chance to make it, you're part of the South Harmon community, just fucking say less, find Adam, whatever. Come on over to the shit school, man. We're going to have a fucking blast. And we make friends for life, man. Friends for life. No question about it. So that is definitely what I'm looking for. Just seeing everybody again. You guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
And sisters. We do have ladies.
Well, I'll say this, man. So it's funny you brought that up about Fizzle because I remember... So Fizzle had already made that the first song for us, right? Now I didn't realize when I was telling him that he was going to make that. He gave us that new South Harmon song right before the Expo, right? I mean, we got the.
You played it for
me. He told me to play. He told me I almost blew it, by the way. So he sent me this song. He actually emailed it to me, right? So I'm like, I listened to it, and my immediately first thing, like not even finishing the song, was like, dude, I gotta send this to Mike. This is sick. I literally was. I either sent the email or something I was about to, and I got it somehow so you didn't see it. But I read the email after listening to it. He's like, hey, what I need you to do is don't send this to Mike. I didn't read that part. As I'm about to send it.
Asshole.
Yeah. And he's like, what I need you to do is when you pick him up at the airport, put it on for him.
Well, it was to the point, right, where you must have sent it. It didn't come through on my phone. Either you deleted it or whatever off of Discord right away.
That's what it was. I sent it on Discord and I deleted the text.
I woke up to a message. I woke up to a message from you, and you're like, "Did you get that?" And I'm like, "Did I get what, motherfucker? What are you talking about? I don't see shit."
And then when you said you didn't know what it was, I was like, "Yes, thank God."
We're good.
But we hadn't met yet, obviously. But he made the song. I felt like he had to come, and he was toying with the idea of coming to the Expo. And he was talking about having his friend come with him, whatever. And I was trying to explain to him, like, listen, we have a school rented out for this time. Trust me, you gotta come. If you can come for the extra day, like if you can get there Thursday, do that. Like, come for as long as you can. Now, this is a guy that's like, man, I don't know these dudes from nothing really, though. Like, I don't know, I just know their faces on, my phone probably a couple days a week. They seem cool, but what if I get there and they're super weird? Like, do I really want to stay? It's kind of what he's probably thinking in the back of his head. All that to say, Mike, guess what? Not only did he come to the Expo with us, but he got to meet his favorite player of all time.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Like, still crazy, man.
The man, yeah, look at that, man. The man comes to the Expo, right, with all these Dez Bryant jerseys. He comes to the Expo with all these Dez Bryant jerseys. Dez is at the Expo. They get to meet in person. They get to chop it up multiple times. Like, Fizz is getting to hang out with Dez Bryant. Last year for the Expo, that was the highlight of the entire thing for me, man. I'm standing there and I'm watching them. And I'm watching, like, the videos after the fact. I was working the booth with Koopa, so I didn't get to see the interview on the thing. But get to watch the videos, man. I got, like, fucking tears in my eyes. Like, just how happy that made me on the inside. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And, like, we take no credit for it, but it's just weird how stuff works out where it was like, maybe I'll come, maybe I won't come, and then here we are.
Well,
you and I, before we went on air, I was talking about it. I'm like, Adam, I know when we're in the grind of things, like we're putting out multiple shows a week, and like we're doing all this stuff off the air to try to build the company, and hiring people and trying to keep everything going and working out this merger with Maddie and Cody. Like, when we do everything, it seems like, God damn, man, like I don't know if we're making any progress. And then I go, just look at where we were last year at this time to where we are this year. And it is fucking exponential. It's exponential. And I'm just incredibly excited to get to meet everybody again. And listen, like, this is the benchmark for the company, for you and I, for our relationship, for everybody that we have relationships with. Because I have no idea where the fuck we're going to be next year. Like, after this, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. Maybe one of us is president of the United States at that point. I don't know. All holds are off. All limits are off.
They're like, so the thing about the Expo experience for us that makes it so different, right? Like, at least this is my take from being there. This is going to be what now? This is our third year going, right?
This is the third year.
Which is already crazy to think because of how things have progressed. But from my experiences going so far, the majority of people, now you'll meet some people that are just, really big into the fantasy space, that they love playing. But there's a lot of people that go that are involved in the community somehow, whether they're creating content, they're like actually do a lot of videos, they're writing, they're kind of involved in somehow like actually putting stuff in front of fantasy football audience. And they're with, the people they create content with or their company. But like the way we do it is so very different than everybody else. And that's just what South Harmon does in general. We try to be different in a good, bad way, all of it, right? We're just kind of fucked up that way, But with us, it's like, all right, we travel in a big-ass pack. We're like the wolf pack, Mike,
We are the wolf pack, a big one.
And you're like, wait a minute. Why are all these people wearing this goofy-ass shirt? What the hell is a South Harmon? Looks like there's shit on their T-shirt. Like, literally, is that shit? Is that shit?
Sir.
And it's like a event where we all are bonding together, that whole group, and I think that's what makes it very different. But we won't take any credit for what happened there, but I do think the entire crew, the energy was different with everything from the beginning. Where in the school, Fizzle's like, you know what, man, let me just set out these jerseys, and I'm going to school, right? He's thinking about going to school. Like, I'm gonna set out these jerseys on my bed. Like, which one am I gonna wear today? So he set them all out, and he put that picture on Twitter to where Dez Bryant actually responds to his freaking tweet. and then cash apps him a bunch of money because he's like, listen, this is just a fan that I have to show some respect for, because he had the Saints jersey, which I feel like he's one of one, you know, one of one. So
the fucking Saints don't even have a Dez Bryant.
But get this, the reason he cash apped him because he didn't Dez Bryant was actually at the Fantasy Football Expo because he's getting into fantasy space at the time, right? He didn't realize that this person, Fizzle, was even in Canton at the Expo. He just saw the tweet and the jerseys and cash apped him. Then Fizzle pulls up on him the next day, and he's like, "Oh, that was you." And I don't know, just the whole energy of everything that being involved there. It's one of those things that if you don't experience it, I can do the best job I can trying to explain it to you, but it won't quite do it justice. And then secondly, it's one of those where, at least for me, you feel there's multiple signals and things happening and aligning that kind of make you realize, like, okay, there's more of a purpose here to what we're doing than meets the eye when Mike's, you know, you can't help but read the growler all the way through on AMA, you know. So
I'll say this: I was trying to explain it. So one of the ladies who works in the front office, Adam, who takes care of, I do parts buying for my maintenance.
We have a front office lady at the school this time.
Not here. Not here at my real job. So she was asking. She also takes care of a lot of the HR stuff. Right, mm-hmm. So obviously my vacation request for next week goes into her, and she's like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I'm trying to explain it to her, and I'm trying to explain the fucking school, and I said, probably the craziest thing, like, I can tell you is that if you were to take a picture, and we got one of all of us, right? We got one of all of us at most of us. Let's just say a lot of people left early on Sunday, so we didn't get everybody, but we got a picture of us at the actual expo on Sunday, and I said it's a fucking hodgepodge. Like, I don't know how to describe these guys. We're from all walks of life. We're all completely different. Like, when we take a picture of it, we're best fucking friends, you know, throughout the year. We're even better friends when we're at the expo. And I said, like, I can't describe every single person because everybody is so different. But none of that shit matters. None of the surface shit, like how you look, where you come from, what you do for a living, anything like that, ever fucking matters when we're at the expo. Nobody gives a shit. We're there to have a good time, talk some fucking ball. We got people who get crazy drunk. We got people who don't drink at all.
We got people that hang out outside when there's, you know, things that they're not going to partake in, right? Like drinking.
We got people who fall asleep in a bathroom stall.
Well, not just a bathroom stall, the kitchen floor, all the other rooms of other rooms of the shit school, you know.
But we're all dear friends when we get there, and the best way I could describe it is, listen, it didn't matter what you look like, you know, where you came from, what your financial status was. Nobody gives a shit who you voted for. If
you had jeans on that were so tight they looked like they were painted on, you know.
Adam, you had some tight ass fucking jeans, my boy.
Always wearing tight jeans, skinnies.
Yeah, you got a nice ass though, so you can flaunt it. If I wore jeans that tight, I'd rip them.
Well, maybe.
Guaranteed. First time I flexed a thigh.
But no,
split. But it didn't matter. All that shit was out the window. We had maybe 45 seconds of like, who's this motherfucker? How you doing? Oh, what's up, buddy? Like, and then, let's go get fucked up, or let's go do whatever. Let's fucking talk about the upcoming fucking Kansas City Chiefs and their outlook on fantasy.
Well, but here's what's interesting, right? So like, at least for me playing a lot of sports, growing up, all I cared about was playing sports. What are we doing here? The whole idea is we're having fun and talking football, right? But what do you really describe it, Mike? Like, you watch hard. A lot of it is just any great team is made up of a bunch of different people from a bunch of different walks of life, and they come together to do one thing. And I think like it's not, we're not glorified, you know, pro athletes, obviously. We're far from that, but we got a pretty damn good team, man. We got a pretty damn good squad. And
we got the best squad.
And I think a lot of times the best squads, though, the best squads are that. They're like okay, two dudes I used to go out with, just to kind of give you how the parallel is. Two dudes I used to go out with in college a lot. Rashawn Benjamin and Stephen Hamer. So Sean was from Valdosta, Georgia, and Steve was from North Carolina, was from a military family. I'm white, they're both black. And you're kind of like, if you would see us out, which we were out all the time, you're like, how in the fuck do these three goofballs get together? Like, how are they best friends? You know what I mean? Like, that would always. I feel like there was a stronger connection and pull from random people that would meet us because of that. They're like, Sean has this very southern voice, black dude. They got this dude who was like raised by a military family. Steve, who's just out here getting crazy, and you got the white guy. Like, what is this? Who are these people? He's from Ohio. Connection? Yeah, and that's kind of what I think South Harmon is too. You got the bearded fella. You know, you got they got
bearded fella, man.
Mike, come on! I'm trying to talk good about our squad. All right, you got you got. They have a rapper. They got a rapper.
We do.
You know,
we do.
That's I think the thing about it. It's goofy. It's definitely out there. It's not normal, but that's what makes it awesome.
I'm so incredibly excited, man. It is such a big deal. That thing is marked on the fucking calendar. The minute the tickets go on sale, I fucking buy them. The minute I could send Adam all the money to be like, hey, let's shout out to Gary too, the guy who we found last year through Airbnb of all places.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't ask for credit a lot, but I don't get a lot of credit for that. I remember going to scout it out and sending a bunch of pictures, and y'all were just not enthralled, feeling the vibes at all until you got there.
What are you talking about? I sent you the link to the Airbnb.
No. I mean,
okay.
the not you directly. Most of the, I think, people that were coming with our crew didn't.
I get you.
They're kind of like, the place looks a little weird. The pictures probably were just from a phone.
Fucking 1930s high school, man. On the outside, it looks like.
And they were doing they were doing some renovations. Like, there's certain pictures that look like, what is this place? You know, I get it.
When you looked at the pictures on the outside, especially, you're like, there's like a chain link fence there, and you're like, this is where you go to buy meth.
Buddy, sure. Can I tell you? So actually,
if you want hepatitis, this is the greatest place.
Let me give you. I'm going to give you another sports story, but I almost forgot the mic drop line. So it's like with the Dez thing, right? So. When you're on a team that's really strong team and core, like, you feel like they're family, right? So actually, what's crazy for me, I would say that if you took Fizzle out of it, like, I was someone that was, I know you were a big Dez fan too, but I was a huge Dez fan. Like, I don't have the Saints one, but my closet has plenty of them. I have an actual signed one, not directly like Fizzle's. It was just, I paid for a signed one that has a little certificate, but. Like, I was huge on Dez. I had to have him in drafts. I remember reaching for him a whole round in the keeper league because I'm like, you get to keep players? I got to have Dez. I didn't even meet Dez. And I don't care because I feel like I did because Fizzle got to. And I know Fizzle's a better, how do you put it? He's a bigger fan. Like, whatever my fandom was, I can just admit he got me. Like, he's the bigger Dez fan. So that's his moment. I didn't even get to meet him. I wasn't in any pictures with Dez, but I'm like, I tell the story like I met Dez Bryant, like that's, I think, part of the team culture of and that feeling, I feel like, was something that you just kind of got early and often from South Harmon. If you're there, like if someone can tell that there's something that you want to do or achieve, like, well, fuck yeah, man, let's get it to happen. I remember Fizzle and T-Rock roomed, of all people. Like, you talk about different walks of life, right?
Polar opposites.
And Fizz was like,
oh, man.
Remember, what's her name? How can I not think? Was at the Expo. The lady. What the hell is her name? Famous.
There was a lot of ladies at the Expo. Oh, Lisa Ann.
Thank you. I had to use famous.
I got you.
Mike's brain was going somewhere different. Yeah. No, Lisa Ann. And T-Rock was like, I really want to meet Lisa Ann. Like, and he had a bet with his friend or whatever. They were talking about it in the room. And Fizz was like, look, nah, you're gonna meet Lisa Ann, and that happened too.
It's gonna happen for you, buddy. It's gonna happen.
So I feel like if it's hard to explain, but that saying, now pivoting into the back to the shit school, right? So Mike, you're talking about like hepatitis and it feeling so.
Right.
The week prior, maybe 2 weeks prior, they had the what's the new, not the AFL. What's the other football league that they have now?
The USFL.
USFL. There you go. USFL. They played the championship, Mike, at the Hall of Fame Stadium. So I'm actually at the game, and we had the shit school rented out. So I hit Gary up like, hey, I'm going to be at the game. Is there any way that I can come check out afterwards? Now, mind you, it's, I don't know, by that point, like 10 o'clock at night, right? Dark as hell. You're in Canton, middle of fucking nowhere, right? You're like, the closer you're getting, you're like, where am I going here? It's dark. You don't know.
Where the fuck am I?
And the craziest part, Mike, you know who was he had one of his workers that was doing renovations like take me on this little tour. But you know who was currently occupying and staying at that place? The Pittsburgh team that was in the USFL Championship.
Pittsburgh Maulers.
The Maulers, yep. And it was, let's just say, when you pulled up, it didn't smell like hepatitis. It smelled like a different herbal plant throughout.
Here's the question, man. I didn't follow that enough. Did they win?
They lost. They got mauled. They got mauled.
Okay.
They got in the winnings, Mike. They got second place on the if you put it in the simulator, they're the second place winnings.
But after last year, how much fun we had, and just like when I flew home, just how drained I was emotionally, physically.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something different about that. Never mind.
No, but you know what I mean. Like I was fucking drained, man. Like
I know.
I was so sad to leave, but I was also so glad to like. I just need my fucking. I need my recliner. I need my basement. I need my own bed. Like I need this. I need this terribly. But after I left, because we had so much fucking fun, I was drained. I see why the Pittsburgh Maulers got fucking blasted in the championship game. Those boys were drained too, man. They went into a championship game after staying at the shit school, which I think Gary should just rename it. Whatever the title is on Airbnb, just fucking change it, Gary.
Listen. Here. That's we'll get to that later. All right, that'll be something.
Can we get naming rights? Can we get?
That'll be a discussion for another day. I kind of have something that I'm not ready to talk about in front of everyone yet, but I think we'll see about it. We'll see. You and I are gonna have to do some talking, just spitballing before we go down that path. But anyway,
man.
What I was gonna say. Shoot, I actually lost my train of thought now. What were you just saying there? Oh, did they win? Did they win?
Yeah. Did they win?
I was win. I was scrolling looking for the question. Now I remembered what I was trying to do. How do I win? How do I win? That was the question. Yep. But I'm excited for this year, man. I hope that there's more people that flock around with us. You know, like when I'm meeting Nate List for the first time, and like I know, well, Rip won't be there this time, but I can see Rip coming a mile away, and it's really far away. But as he's getting closer, I'm like, damn, like this dude is going to be a reflection of me somehow because he's wearing a South Harmon shirt and he's in his bag right now. And I don't know what Nate's going to think about this, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what I do. And it did happen. It was pretty awesome.
I think you hit the nail on the head too. Like we're interacting with all different content creators, and I love meeting everybody, and relationships form at the Fantasy Football Expo. But the one thing I can definitely say, and you touched on this, Adam, South Harmon is different. South Harmon is different. I don't see fucking people who are part of MB Fantasy life just flocking around wearing their shit, doing crazy shit. You know what I see? All these fucking shitheads just doing wild ass stuff, and I'm like, that's my boy. That's my boy over there. That's respect. That's my guy. He's part of the crew.
But see, Mike, it's kind of like I feel like at the same time I have that feeling about Rip. Like, all right, well, I might as well not even care what's going to happen here because I sure as hell can't control it or him. Fuck it. Let's just. It's gonna happen. But then there's the flip side of that. Like as you're kind of meeting people and talking, drinking more, you look around and you're like, yeah, that's right. We infiltrated this place. You see, look over there. Yeah, my boy's over there. That's T-Rock kind of holding it down over there. I got look, Fizzle's over here. Got the whole place. Where shitheads everywhere, man. There's literally shit littered all over this stadium.
There's shit littered. So personal note, man. We didn't know this last year at the Expo, but I'm hanging out with Cody Carpentier.
You didn't know that? How drunk were you?
No, I knew it was Cody, but you know what I mean. I'm sitting there and I'm bullshitting with Cody, and T-Rock walks by, and I'm like, "Oh, Cody, you got to meet this guy. This is the dude, like the food expert. All right, I trust nobody else with food than this fucking guy, right?" And T-Rock's telling him like, "Hey, man, yeah, if you come next year, listen, we'll have a fucking ribeye steak night. I got you. We'll figure the whole thing out. We'll get you over to the shit school." And here we are a year later. Cody is now a pillar of fucking South Harmon. And I guarantee Cody's looking forward to, like, if T-Rock doesn't deliver on fucking steak night at the Expo, there might be a riot.
Well,
there might be a riot.
It's a good thing we've kind of already done a little pre-planning, too, because one, Mike, Cody, I'll just say this. I love Cody to death. kicking it with him, watching. He was making content long before I even dreamed of doing it, or thinking I would even try to. Man. Right?
Yes, sir.
But so I've always really liked and respected him. But I remember meeting him at the Expo at the stadium, and I pull up on him, and he's already like, he was good. The pace was well beyond where I was, and I'm like, okay. See, I knew I liked Cody. Like, he's already.
Shout out to you. Do you remember the first year we went? We pulled into the parking lot.
I remember a few things in life, but I will always. Yeah, I remember.
We pulled in the Escalade. Who do we see at the parking lot? Fucking pre-gaming for the party on Saturday.
Getting after it, Mike.
Who did we see?
Come on now. The fourth pillar. One of the four pillars. He's out there. Well, see, that's the thing. All that time, we just didn't realize it would be a pillar for us, and I was kind of pivoting that into, I know he can drink, and by the looks of it, I know he can take down some food. So T-Rock's going to not only have to cook it well, but he's going to have seconds and thirds, I'm going to guess, because Cody's going back for seconds, for sure.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
By the way, that first trip, when T-Rock cooked the, again, see, it's very, this is a similar feeling I bet you that Fizzle's having, but let me give you a different vantage point. T-Rock the whole time for the first Expo, right? Now, we didn't have anywhere near as big a following. We were just happy to fucking be there, honest to God. Like, we were just happy to be a part of it as a fan, right? But T-Rock was going to stay with us because he was a big fan of our work. And he was, like, Mike, I'm talking about to the point, like, he's making mention he wants to cook over and over and over. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all the logistical things, like, we're out in the boonies, brother. We're going to be, for the most part, like, that drive's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, right? So I don't really know how logistics going to work for you to cook. And then I'm thinking, like, I don't really know you. What if your cooking's not that great? Or, like, I don't want this to become an extra piece of attention that we have to worry about, because he's going to be slow cooking carnitas and stuff. But I'm like, you know what, man? Let's let him just do it. We'll see what happens. If it's crazy, I don't know the situation. I'm just making it up in your head, right? Man, when I tell you that they became one of the best parts of the first trip, he showed off how great the cooking was. And Mike, we talked about them all the way until the second part. And I think that's the other thing. Like, the longer the trip went on for the first two times, it's like the better it got. You just like, the better it got. For Fizzle, right? He got cash. Oh, speaking of getting drunk, we're at the Expo, so you get to go into the stadium one of the nights. So we're basically just drinking and hanging out, like, not on the field, but up in the, like, second level where there's a whole bunch of open space.
The first year we got on the field.
Correct.
The first year we got on the field because it was right after flag football had just ended, so they let you go down on the field. Right.
Oh no, yes, correct. But what I'm saying is that we're hanging out and just drinking up there, like near the concessions, kind of in the stadium. And if you remember, now everybody already knows, because of we're into it today, that Fizzle met Dez. But Mike, if you remember, at this point, he got Cash App from Dez. And it was, like, really cool already, right? Like, holy crap, he reposted it, he cashed apped him. Like, this is insane. So he's at the bar just like, he already had hit his pinnacle at this point, right? Like, I'm spending Dez Bryant's money at the bar. I got the drinks. Like, to let you know, basically another reason to tell you the story, right? What happens the next day, it got better because he got to meet Dez and didn't know that was going to happen at the point. It's like the great day. You know how you kind of just are having a great day and you know, like, all right, it's eventually going to come to an end and get worse? Nah, it gets better. It just kept getting better by the day. It's amazing. But the uneasiness of T-Rock, should I let this dude cook or not, turned into, like, okay, T-Rock, you got carte blanche.
You're the cook.
Here's money to go get whatever you need. And you are going to be designated, like, this is your responsibility now on the team.
That is the craziest thing, man. T-Rock is so good and such a good cook and so loyal and a part of the crew now. And he just put out a dynamite article. Go check that fucking thing out at southharmonff.com. It's free. Go check that one out. But T-Rock is such a dude. Remember last year he was like, hey, I got this plan, and I'd already given him some fucking money or whatever for food. I'm like, don't worry about it. I got you. And he was like, hey, we were talking, maybe we need some water and we need some of this and some of that. And I'm like, here's the fucking South Harmon credit card, my friend. Good luck. Take it with. I just fucking sent him on his way with the fucking company credit card. Like, I trust you, buddy. I trust you. You're my guy.
Listen,
Go for it.
I'm kind of I'm of the mindset that you're not going to take this and go to the nearest electronics store, rack it up, and just I'll never see you again. You know.
Peace out. Never do that. That's a guy.
Nah, he is, but it's just funny thinking about it. All right, so Mark says, you fellas would set my demons back 20 years. I think I'm in. I'll tell you this, Mark.
Say less, Mark.
Show up, buddy.
Show up.
I've seen people on less notice feel this way, show up, and you feel a certain type of way. How about that? Feel some type of way. Harris, Justin. Go ahead.
I can promise you'll have a fantastic time, everything that we talk about. But for those of you who can't make it, right, it's a less than a week away. I get it. As soon as this one's over, right, get your ass in the Patreon, patreon.com/South Harmon, just whatever, dollar tier. Adam, I'm going to post it again. I'm posting the sign-ups the minute this fucking thing's over for next year. Boom. Let's get everybody fucking signed up and really plan for it. We'll have a good idea. I mean, Gary has done such a good job of renovating. Last year, the second floor didn't have air conditioning.
People don't know. People don't see. That's the thing. People don't realize what's coming this year from just that place was already one of the cooler things out there. But Gary's also awesome. Meeting Gary and him being the owner of the school is another thing. Like having that relationship now with him, it's like, man, this dude bought that school, and basically, so. If you're in Canton, Ohio, and you're homeless, right? Gary basically will pull up on you if he sees you and say, you have two choices, my friend. You work for me, or you're going to leave Canton and you never come back again. And he says, actually, when he says it that way, for the most part, they decide to work for him. And basically, he has people working round the clock, just renovating that school, man. It's basically a negative cost for him, but it's he wants to have that. It's something. It's a passion project, and it's really, really cool, man. That place is going to be so much done in renovations over last year. One thing about this team, no matter what you have going outside of South Harmon space, we all show up for each other no matter location. Facts. All right, let's answer this question. We'll want to dip set.
Yeah, that'll work, man. I gotta pee.
Mike didn't do the 66. He has to go to school tomorrow.
This fucker's been empty for a minute now.
Yeah, you hear that? I'm a little parched. That I need to get a drink myself. Interesting trade dilemma in contend mode, but I still have youth. Appreciate the question, Justin. Appreciate you being here today. Superflex start 10 PPR. Give Adunze, D-Hop, Corum. Receive Ladd, Mike Evans, 25-second Evan Hall. I feel like you're doing too much.
Yeah, no way.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, okay, Corum in a mid 25-second. Honestly, I'm taking Corum, Mike. Right?
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one.
And Evan Hall is absolutely fucking. He does not belong at the Expo. He doesn't belong anywhere. He belongs out of this trade discussion.
I got a lot of Evan Hall just as a dart throw.
Because
possibly primary
because we roster 36 to 40 in most of those leagues, and you still want to have a belief. But here's the thing: Odunze over Ladd by. This is, I think, one of those. This is actually a point where you should go back and watch some of the stuff I've done on BDGE. Some of the great stuff Mike and I have done deep dives on this topic. Barry I don't know if he's in the chat now. Did some unbelievable work on the numbers on this in spreadsheets, right? And where basically Mike and I have had some pretty good polarizing discussions. If you're here and you don't know that, shocker to you. But when you break down the wide receivers and if you just look at first round receivers and hit rates, like it's not really the greatest overall. But when you start looking more recently and then you go to top 10 picks, like Barry broke down, the hit rate from production, and then, the hit rate from production goes up pretty significantly. But then not just that, you look at like Garrett Wilson and Drake London, you're talking like the value retention too is ridiculous. So the reason I'm going through and talking about that, if you want more in-depth context to that, I really would suggest going back to watch that content we did, 40 chess on. But point is, Odunze versus Ladd, one in value retention, I believe are miles apart. What I mean by that is if Ladd has a poor start to the season or just a not very good rookie year, he has a lot to lose, I believe, in value, especially given the expectations and like situation he's in. Odunze in this year, think about like from this standpoint. There are right now the only reason he's even a discount in any degree is because of the presence of Keenan Allen. And he's the third receiver possibly on this team. But Odunze is going to be given passes, and then there's also that Odunze just historically is going to be a better hit rate, and he's a much better talent than Ladd. So like D-Hop and Evans, I definitely want Evans, but this is way, way too much to give up Odunze, Hopkins, Corum for Ladd, Mike Evans in a second. It's not really that close to me.
Yeah, hard fucking pass for me. I'm good. Like the D-Hop, Mike Evans, you prefer Mike Evans. You already touched on the Corum or the second to Devin Hole, probably Corum. Odunze way the fuck over Ladd though. Way. Like what would it take to get like you to down tier in a Superflex start 10 lineup league from Odunze to Ladd? A first?
So
at least?
well, no, I mean, so what it would take. So let me answer the question this way: I would not down tier to Ladd, period, because if I'm down tiering to Ladd, he's probably I'm considering him the best asset in the deal. He has to be a plus in a different down tier. So if I'm going to go to a first round pick and then Ladd's the piece on top, like that's I'm not putting Ladd as the primary piece of a down tier. Period. I'm not doing it. They're miles apart in this format. Now, if it was best ball, a little different conversation. Not in start 10.
I mean, you can go back and you can check out some of the shows Adam and I have done. He referenced them, but the hit rates of top 10 drafted wide receivers, pretty.
Yeah, go ahead and pull
fucking
yeah,
good.
I was yapping for a minute there. What do you got? You got the sheet up, I think now, right?
I don't remember what the fuck they were, but they were just as good as quarterbacks. And you know me being the quarterback whore I am.
It was. Listen, Barry helped be a great mediator and get us, closer to the same page.
We found common ground.
We did. Now, unfortunately, this happened after our pre-draft and the NFL drafts. So this year is probably in the early part of drafts as different as you'll ever see Mike and I in all those drafts. You got every share of some of those other quarterbacks I didn't get a chance to grab. Like Bo Nix, you had all the Jaden in our leagues.
To have a top 12 season in their first 3 years. For S tier, which means top 10, Adam. Top
Wasn't
10
it like 66, 75%?
41%. To have a top 36 hit rate, 53%. Really fucking good.
I was thinking top 36, 53, yep.
There is a fall off to just generic first rounders by far.
Corey Davis.
If you're looking for the
Corey Davis was not a part of the data set where we're talking more recent drafts.
Yep.
I think we did the last 5 years, right?
Yes. Yep. Going. No, DB went all the way back 2007. So Corey Davis would have been a part of that one.
So he was a part of the data set. Okay.
He was a part.
I thought.
Yep.
Okay,
So
Mike. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of. There was two tiers of it. There's two levels to this. If it was the 07, there was that one, but then there's also top 10 picks that were from I think the last 5 years, and that was where I think the numbers were even better.
Yeah. Let me
because
go back to it too.
because I do actually think that because the wide receiver position is now more valued in the NFL, you see all the bags these guys are getting.
There you go. That was what you're talking about. A top 3 hit rate for a wide receiver drafted in the top 10, 20% in the last 5 years. So 2019.
Wait, say that again.
20%, 1 out of 5.
Our top three. Yeah. Okay.
A top 3 season in their first 3 years. If you want to just look at top 12, Adam, here's probably the one that stood out to you. 60% 60% in their first 3 years. So Rome Odunze hits that at a 60% clip just because he was drafted in the top 10. Ladd McConkey, first round wide receiver, we like it, right? 11%, Adam. Well,
just think about this. There you go. That's a massive difference. But so based on that rate, two of Marv, Neighbors, and Rome in the first 3 years are going to be top 12.
Top 12 wide receivers.
Not
wide
top 24, ones. Top 15, top 12.
Top 12. Yep.
Anyway, yeah, there's a massive difference for me and Rome, and I think this conversation actually really gets to format. I don't want to over talk the point, but lineup start 9, lineup start 10. Lad doesn't get you to the conversation to Rome for me. It doesn't. I'm sorry. You can have your little lad. You can have him. Good. Keep him.
Lad and 2 first. Does that get you in the conversation?
That's a different conversation because 2 first get you to my Rome.
There you go.
Lad is a little chip. Lad's the chip in. Lad's what you bring in as okay. That's the extra. That he's what kind of gets the deal sealed for you. You know.
I had to find out what it was. I had to find out your breaking point, my friend.
Would you take Rome or 25 and a 26 random first right now? Lineup start time. Random. They're random. 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 Okay, random. But when you look at the simulator and the money, it's not like you want to bet against those picks. So that element's gone.
So I don't want to bet against.
Well, you don't feel like okay. There's a lot of upside with the bet against, right?
Rome Adunze.
See that? Look at that, Barry. You think Barry, your data set has done so much for the greatness.
Rome Adunze.
You know what Barry did it for the greater good of South Harmon.
He did.
I believe it.
My man. He did.
Absolutely, Justin. All right, we appreciate it, Justin, you tapping in with us. We appreciate everybody being here today. Next Wednesday, I may be, unfortunately, in New York. Listen, I haven't been there in forever. Birth of the kid. Nick's been in wedding. Got to get content done. So I don't know if we'll do live on Wednesday, but we will do an AMA for sure live next week. If it's not on Wednesday, it'll be Tuesday or Thursday or something.
I got Maddie and Cody. I don't know what days they're coming in, but we'll figure
Mike,
it out.
I'm not going to miss. I will not stand for missing the live AMA. All right, that'll be the first live AMA we've done from the shit school. We can't do it without me. I love you. I would let you do it, but I can't let you pioneer it. I can't. You know.
Does that mean I get the
I need to be drunk
suite
on
since
it.
you're going to be gone half the time?
Listen, Mike, I didn't want to have to spell this out for you, okay? This is much like when I was in college, all right? Listen, I got written up for a week for drinking in my room when I wasn't on campus. I was at home. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you, Mike, is when I'm gone that night, sure. Yeah, what am I going to do? I'd have to lock it to keep you out.
You see what
and then you hit up Gary, you know? Yes, you can go hang out that night in the room. Just don't tell me about it or what you do in there, okay?
Tell you about. Okay, that night I get it. All right, let's go.
When I come back, don't tell me about, all the different weird things that took place in there. All right, just let me live in the world of I'm coming back to my room untouched. It's untainted.
Ignorance is bliss, my friend.
You.
Ignorance is bliss. I got you.
Yes, it is. Lil Lad is crazy. It was by default. I like this about Andrew. He's always lurking. I don't know how long he's been in here. We appreciate you tapping in, Andrew.
Are we getting that fucking guy at the expo?
Well, I doubt it. Andrew, you should come to the expo if you'd want to. The invitation is extended. You got a place to stay. I would love to see. If Nick wasn't traveling the last 2 weeks, I'd be like, hey, you guys should come to the expo and we'll do content there.
Let's make that happen at least. If it doesn't happen this year, which it's
next
last
year,
minute,
for sure.
I get it. Next year, lock it in. Let's hold their fucking feet to the fire. Nick, Andrew, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, with Andrew, that's my guy. Listen, Nick's not going to listen to me. Do you remember our first podcast? He said, you remember what he said? I'm never coming to Ohio.
There's no reason in the world for me to ever go to Ohio.
Fuck that.
Ever. So fuck
damn. By the way, I need to put some music on for this. We got to get up out of here. And this is awesome. He's 14. He can't. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh my God, that's fucking great. He's 14. He can't. What a way to end it.
Andrew, though, yeah, come through. Come through. We don't ID check at the door, so if you're 14, it'll be all right.
No, you'll be good. We do ID check for one Johnny Tsunami / Xbox / whatever the fuck his name
Speaking
is.
of which, great ending point. Do you remember we're in line drinking, getting drinks at the expo the first time, and he came out. He was behind us. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Johnny. In the Discord, it was at the time it was Destination Devi. You guys are Adam and Mike, right? Yeah, what's up, man? We became best friends off of that,
We did. And then I kicked him out of the Discord.
And I'm pretty sure if he comes, he won't have a different reaction than the first time we met. So,
see ya.
We love you. We'll see you back here at a different time from a different place, but still doing AMA. We're out of this thing. Peace.
Buddy.